Okay, this document that you're looking at here is called a Professional School Counseling Data Report. This was created by my good friend Ernest Cox Jr., who is the Director of School Counseling for Judson ISD down in the San Antonio area. And Ernie will tell you that he is a self-professed data geek. He requires all of his counselors in his district to complete this form or to keep these kind of records every month, and he's created this spreadsheet, this Excel spreadsheet, to assist them with this. This has been a very effective method for him to engage administrators in using their counselors in a more effective manner, because he has the data to show how they're spending their time. This also is helpful for his school counselors in looking at their own accountability of how they're spending their time, and whether they're engaging in the correct proportion of amount of time spent to balance their program. So let me just show you what this looks like a little bit. So you can see, first of all, down here at the bottom, there is a tab for each month of the year. Okay, and then we come down here to year to date. So these would be monthly totals, and then this creates a graph or a chart that will help them see their overall time spent. And this is also, if you go to the month, this is also at the bottom down here. So as they start filling data in this part, then their graph will build down at the end of it. So when we look at this, this is your, and I know we haven't covered all this yet, but this is the delivery system for your program. So you have guidance curriculum, and within that, you've got classroom guidance, small group guidance, and advisory guidance. Then you have individual planning, and this is planning for educational and academic or personal and social. Then you have responsive services here in the blue, and we've got individual counseling, crisis intervention, small group counseling, school-related or academic responses, substance-related relationships, or mediation. And then we have system support. So this is your own professional development or collaboration, supervision if you're in supervision or you're providing supervision for someone else, consultation with staff, administrators, or parents, community outreach and parent education, advisory councils or committee, program management activities, and data analysis or reports. And then this is your non-guidance activities. And he's got this listed as disciplined, which we know that counselors should not be involved in that. Section 504 are testing, and then any other types of things, or if you have regular duty. Then over here, this breaks this out a little bit more into, exactly what was done. Was it parent workshop or presentation? What did you, and these are presentations or workshop to staff. These are ones that you facilitated, individual counseling sessions conducted, professional development events you attended, small groups you conducted, individual planning or registration meetings you held, classroom guidance sessions, bullying prevention activities, or post-secondary development activities. So when you look over here, if you start filling stuff in, so let's say that on Monday, August 31st, you did 2 classroom guidance lessons. So you would go here and you would put your 2 in. Then you also saw, let's say you saw 3 students for individual planning. You saw 2 students for individual counseling. This would be a lot in a day, I know that. You conducted 2 group counseling sessions for relationship problems. There were 3 students that came in to see you. So look what's happening down here. As I filled these numbers in, the blue is starting to fill your data. Right? Let's say that you went to a professional development session. And so there would be the 1 on that. So you saw the little blue jump right there. So this is collecting your data. And then when you have this data, then you'll be able to analyze how you're spending your time. Now you see the red bars, these are the recommended percentage of time that you should be spending. So this one, I believe, this is an elementary counselor form or elementary counselor report. The balances, the recommended time is a little bit different based upon your levels. So in elementary school, you would do more guidance curriculum and less individual planning. In high school, you do less guidance and more individual planning. And you'll see in the Texas model what the recommended times for are each of these things. So this is a way to collect data on how you spend your time as a school counselor. Now, for this module, if any of you are practicing school counselors, that you are currently working as a school counselor, this is one of the needs assessments I want you to do. So for the module, you're going to have to do 2 needs assessments. But any of you that are already employed as a school counselor, this will be one of your needs assessments. And then we'll look at your data when we start working on setting our goals. So if you are currently employed as a school counselor, you will do this time log, and then you'll do one other needs assessment for the module. And we'll talk about that as we get there. I just wanted to show you how this works. So like, look, if we jump over here, your little chart is built. You've got, this is the year to date. Obviously, we've just put in August, so that's all we have there. And then there are some other things down here that you can, I'm going to include this file in the module, so you'll have a copy of this and you can look at what some of these other things are here, just as he explains what each area of that entails. Okay, that is a type of process data that you can collect based upon the time spent by the counselor.